Hello and welcome to another episode of me rambling about stuff and you hopefully understanding what the hell I'm talking about. Today's special episode is for the newly sculpted Drift 3, which is, guess what, number 3 in the Drift series of instruments. I'm really sorry about my shiny glasses, can't do anything about it, and I can't see otherwise. Don't get old. So what I'm showing off today, Drift 3 is a new instrument. It's based on the, I won't say Voices of the Apocalypse because that's really cheesy, but it's kind of for AI, basically based around AI generated kind of nearly human and often too human voices turned into an instrument. Obviously we wouldn't do anything as simple as just making some voices with AI. They've been mangled and edited and brutalized quite brutally in the process of making, and that's how we like to do things. So this, hopefully you know the Drift series already. The whole point of it is that it's quite simple, but under the surface there's a lot more going on than you realize, and you've just got a few little knobs to play around with, which do an awful lot. And what's new also, I must add, in this series of instruments is the compact version, boink, which is exactly the same but compact, which is in the name. And the reason for that is that it allows you to stack more readily, more than one of them, so you can actually combine sounds. For instance, you could have these two sounds here, which I will now attempt to play. Was that a good first sound, I wonder? I wonder. But the principle is, and you can also ultimately you can stack different drift instruments together as well, which is the whole point of it really. So you can build up these Franken instruments. Okay, but so having shown you it not sounding as best because of my random choice, I'm going to close that and we'll just stick with the big fella. Can't get that on my screen. Oh well, we'll stick with that size. So there are 11 different sounds. Adds up to about 8 gigabytes because they've all got, like every note sampled, there's lots of levels of velocity, and there's a lot of kind of stuff going on under the hood, as I keep saying. And well, let's just go through them and I'll talk you through vaguely what they are. Free speech, firstly. Also, they change colour now as well, which is quite nice, I think. Free speech is, there's one note. Long sections of gibberish, but every one is different. Occasionally they'll say free speech. So it's all about different velocity levels and crazy shifting loops. I'm doing something with the mod wheel now, which will do something. Mod wheel always does something. Always does something different. Let's go back. And then we look at our controls over here, and this is where it gets spicy. So over here, we've got some interesting reverbs. Oops, sometimes it'll do that. Which can go fully wet. And different, because they're IRs, they react differently to frequencies. So you'll get different effects, not just from the IR sounding different, but it will react differently. Reverse ones are quite nice. Give you that kind of ghostly effect. The big one So there's numbers here, so you can see where you're going. There's 100 presets here. These are all EQ presets. Yeah. Which basically to help you kind of sit your sound with your track or whatever. But 0 is basic. Hold on, let's just over here is grist. Oh, if you hover, it shows you what they are. Grist adds a bit of grease, a bit of muck. And then finally, this one here is the ADSR, which controls everything. This first one, and you can also control them this way, is actually the curve of the attack, which is that one. So starting off there, you get a very short, which if you put an ARP on, and as you go up, it goes a bit piano-y. Let's take some of that off. And as you go up to the top, it's a kind of just a standard synth. Going low. Mod wheel. And as you go around here, it goes to kind of long paddy things. Over here, it kind of starts to sound like reverse tape, which is quite lovely, I think. Add a bit of that in. Make it a reverse one, even more exciting. I'll stay with slapper. Yeah. Let's try the arpeggiator. Because it's so slow to attack, it's not that helpful. Now, and then over here, of course, we've got volume, which is good for automating, or right click and you can add automation of your own accord. Velocity, with how velocity affects the notes you played. Pitch bend, obviously we can pitch bend this, and that's how far you can go. And then the interesting big daddy, or the big mummy of the drift range is also, you've got these kind of multi-trends. And because you've got more than one of them, you can create, and these all have a different kind of bespoke shape as well. They're not just straightforward waveforms. So you can make kind of interesting so you can build just subtle shifts in this. Gives you interesting subtle, and this is all automatable, so you can do the classic currently fashionable, if you turn the reverb down. And then of course the actual drift control is a crazy you might not want to go that mad, but there's something in it. Subtle. It's quite nice. Anyway, we're going through the voices. Now, there's lots of presets, which I haven't loaded on this one yet, and I can show you how to, maybe. But you can just go through the 11 sounds, not 10, not 12, 11. Host is a big, see, it'll adopt whatever the previous settings were. Okay, and when you're going that way around. Aftertouch, Mod wheel. Mod wheel back. So different velocities will give you different sounds and different loops. So all the loops are kind of crisscrossing over each other in that lovely way. And then of course you've got all this stuff. So it's great for just, I mean, it's really nice for just single notes, doing interesting stuff. Give it a bit of grist. Mod wheel. Aftertouch. So it's great for kind of creating atmospheres even. Yeah. Okay. Next sound. Dysfunction is gritty, nasty, malarkey. So that's the, oh, let's take some of the grist off. Still got some wibble wobble. So different velocities give you slightly different sounds. Mod wheel. Now remember, we can, if I add in a compact as well, we can play them off each other. And that's the point. And also other drifts. I haven't got any loaded handy, but I can show you that later. Maybe. I keep promising these things. Folk Devil actually isn't AI generated. It's generated by me blowing down a kind of panpipe device. But it's so nice. And by nice, I mean weird. Oh, that was with Mod Wheel. But it's that thing, when you start doing weird stuff to the envelopes. Yeah? You've got instant 1960s. If you, for instance, then do that. And yet again, if you added another compact, I didn't mean to be doing this, with, let's add the same sound in, but we can pitch it up here, 12, please. Let's make it that. Volume down. Just saying. Nope, let's get rid of you. That's Folk Devil. Squeak box is, well, oh no, we still got the wibble wobble. But, you know, I am encouraging you, as ever, to kind of roll your own. It comes with about 100 preset snapshots and some modular stacks, which I'll show you later. It's got some really unstable but tuned, which is the joy of the AI vocals, is you can tell them to do stuff that a human couldn't do. Mod wheel. So up high. See, that's, you know, that can take a while to make, that kind of a nice backdrop bed. Mod wheel. Aftertouch. So you hit it hard and you get the low end stuff in there as well. And of course, ooh, then you've got all this as well. And all this. A nice little whoa. And then all this. And then all this. Have to touch. Let's put that back there. Let's go to the next one, which is Inyan. Now, if you've seen Past Lives, which I recommend you do, it's a movie, you'll know what Inyan is. Sorry, reverb off. Mod wheel up. It's the lost souls of lovers or friends trying to meet in destiny. Works very nicely with the slower attack, this one. And it's that thing about it's not chaotic, but I'm not sure. You never know what the interactions are going to be between the notes, and I think, or between the way that the loops loop and the notes sit with each other. And I think I rather love that. I rather love that. And it helps when I'm just playing the same few notes over and over again. Ooh. So it's a, you know, a new angle on the kind of pad thing as well. And then of course you've got this fella here. Hit it hard, you get slightly different sounds. Mod wheel. I'll stop doing that in a minute. Splutterer, now this is the most mangled of all. Funny loops. Mod wheel. And this is quite nice if you go high up with a slow attack. So, you know, this isn't probably going to be a lead instrument, but it's got lots of uses. Oh, let's just try the Cristobal Tapia de Vere concept. Oop. So you've got that thing, which is quite nice. Let's take the arpeggiator off. Piano Ghost, I had to do something vaguely piano-y. And this is a combination of synthesizer and some voices mixed in there. And strange loop points. Different velocity levels again. Could be Blade Runner-y. Mod wheel. And that's without any of this stuff. So you quietly give it some of this stuff. Let's put it on a big reverb. Yeah, we'll stay with shimmer. Mod wheel. Just put everything back to, and that's without playing with that stuff again. Mouth trumpet does involve a bit of my mouth as well, trying to be a trumpet. So you got lovely interactions again, and this one's nice. Got hippopotamus, mod wheel, have to touch, and nice up high. So, you know, this isn't, you're not going to use this, well, you could use it like a normal choir or whatever, but who wants a normal choir? When you can get a hippopotam choir, I should have planned that one, hippopotam choir, no. Yeah, no effects, that's just how it comes. Dupe is, it's got some kind of swoops. And almost Ligeti-esque-ness you can get, or is it Ligeti? That's playing it hard. Playing it quietly, you don't get the swoops. It's a bit like a bad 1980s early rompler in many ways, which is why I called it Dupe. But, you know, combine it with all that stuff. Yeah. Some of the smaller reverbs are good for adding space. I mean, obviously reverbs are good for adding space, but you can kind of go very wet and it's like a real space. I know that's the point. Add in some so just a few tiny moves. And then there's the backwards. Broken TV set. And finally, imaginary friend. We've all had one. I've only got those still, actually. They're only real friends. Oh, let's get out of the bedroom. Go back there, back there. Gonna get rid of the wobble as well. Oh, and the grist. Mod wheel. The loop points. This one's got a whole kind of glisten of grit, depending on how hard you hit it. But you can get rid of that if you want, or you can exacerbate it. So those are the sounds, all 11 of them, and that's the big full-size thingy-madoodle. You've also got the chaos controls, which basically add in a kind of chaotic shift. So if you put in a lot of tune, let's get some of that off. Let's do that. Let's do that. Stay there. That'll be too much, but you can do subtle. And the same goes with time's quite nice, especially, I mean, subtle bits are quite handy. But it's all about adding in a compact. Volume control there, so you can see all of the oh, let's go fully wet there. The trem shapes are all slightly different, and also the second one, B, is always 190 degrees out of whack with the others, so that's why I've done A there and B there, so they go across each other. If I'd have done it here, please don't let me down. Yeah. And that's just a handy way of making them fight each other a little bit. Right, getting comfy. If I close these down, boink and boink, in the modular stack, so you've got loads of snapshots here, which you need to load when you get it. Go back up, please. Modular stacks are exactly as they say, usually 3, possibly 2. Yes, and the way you load them, you just drag them in and it'll load you 3, up to 3, possibly could be more, but so you can build these behemoths, and if you want to load another one, drag it over there. So yes, if you say no, it will add them on top of each other, and it might, I mean, they are quite greedy, some of these, with your CPU, and, well, not CPU, with your RAM. If you want to make one yourself, go there to Reset Multi. Yep. And then if you can just go back up here, drag in 3 of those. Yeah, I mean, you could do the easy way and just, oh, done that the wrong way around. Load some presets. Let's try that. I'm going to randomize some presets. I mean, by random, I mean, I don't really know what I'm doing. And there. Right, no idea. No idea what it's going to sound like. Hardware. But then you can adjust to taste with volume and or pitch. Too loud, too fast. So you can also do an interesting thing with pitch bend where you could have one on nothing and one on an octave. Ooh, what will happen? There you go, it's the dystopian sounds of the Industrial Revolution happening in front of your eyes. Possibly a bit too much reverb for Industrial Revolution. Let's take it off. Someone trying to get in. The Industrial Revolution. And then we could call that save as, nope, save multi as. We will call it Industrial Revolution, which might take me a while to type. Industrial. Let's just go for rev. Ooh, nice. Oh my god. Save. And that there now should be in there. That then, oh, hit that. That there now should be There it is. Saved it. So that is your lot. Thank you very much. Close that if you want. You can just do reset multi, as I showed you earlier. Thank you very much. That is it. I will do a video showing you several combined drifts. Obviously you need to own all of the drifts to be able to use them, and I've still got to work out a way of saving the multis from different things so that you can load them. It's a bit complicated, but you can do it yourself if you've got drifts. Right, thank you very much. Hopefully this has come out. I've had a few disasters, I always do, and this could be one of them, but hopefully not. Thank you very much. I'll speak to you soon. Bye.